The local Cleveland media keep going relentless on Shedeur Sanders. He entitled, distracted, developing slow, can't learn the playbook, not getting practice reps with the scout team, not getting practice reps at all. But what if I told you? Then don't none of that got to do nothing with football. This goes deeper than people realize. If y'all ain't seen the Tom Brady came out on Colin Cowherd, now this is pertaining to the Browns saying they developing quarterbacks. And I done told y'all it's either the Browns are actually developing Shedeur, which I told y'all before too. They actions say otherwise. But Tom Brady gonna break it down in how he got developed in early on in his career, eventually lead him to 7 Super Bowls. So if quarterbacks not getting developed, anything similar to this, what you expect?
You know, I always had this theory that quarterbacking should be easier now. You have personal coaching, 7-on-7 camps. I mean, guys like you and Drew Bledsoe and Troy Aikman have told me, like, I literally had 8 high school games a year. You're like, I had 40 starts, including high school. Well, guys now have 10,000 snaps by the time they're 14 years old. So I've always said, as a sports commentator, I used to give guys 3 years. My argument now is Thanksgiving year 2, the GM, the coach, the coordinator need to go upstairs in a room privately, raise their hands, yes or no. And I don't care where you drafted him. I would give Caleb 11 more weeks, Caleb Williams. Let's go upstairs. Is that fair? I know it sounds kind of harsh, but Thanksgiving year 2, I believe quarterbacks, if the operations aren't there, he's not the guy. Is that too soon?
Yeah, but I would argue this. You're assuming that everybody knows how to develop a quarterback. You're assuming that you're going into a program. I mean, I'm telling you, this is not, there's a lot of people who have no idea what they're doing when they're tasked with coaching a quarterback or calling an offense. So are you saying, I mean, just like we rank quarterbacks 1 to 32, do you rank offensive coordinators 1 to 32? Do you rank quarterback coaches 1 to 32? Well, what if you had the 32nd ranked coordinator in someone's mind, or the 32nd ranked quarterback coach? How is he getting a?
This is my first time watching this. This is my first time watching it. I just seen it. This is my first time watching it. What if y'all ranked the coordinators? That is big. Y'all don't know how big that would be. What if you got the 32nd ranked offensive coordinator as your, come on now. That's why Cleveland, G. Bush done said it. Y'all they walking around like they S don't stink. Like they job is just that secure that they ain't going nowhere. Kevin, Andrew. Like, I don't see how can you, that's why I don't believe nothing when we talk about Colorado later. Y'all stay tuned for that when we talk about Colorado. That's why I don't believe a coordinator got that much power. Because, first of all, usually in a situation, the coordinator is one of the first ones to get fired. Sometimes it's the head coach, but sometimes, majority of the time, it might be the coordinator. So you got a 32nd ranked coordinator that don't know how to develop a quarterback, that don't know how to call plays. What you think the quarterback's supposed to do? What you think the offense is going to look like? That's big.
Level of development that the guy who's first is getting. When I got to the Patriots, I sat behind Drew, who was a franchise quarterback, right? In my second year, it's trained.
That's what Cleveland ain't got, a franchise quarterback. So Shedeur sitting behind Joe Flacco and Dylan Gabriel, that ain't no franchise quarterback.
Training camp. And we had a very good quarterback coach named Dick Rabine. And God rest his soul, unfortunately, he passed away in training camp and of a heart attack. And it was a very difficult loss for our team. And the way that we found a way to continue on that season is Bill Belichick became more of a quarterback coach than we ever imagined him being a quarterback coach. He was obviously a head coach, very involved in defensive game planning, but he decided to come in every week and talk to the quarterbacks about coverage. All right, guys. And he would do these big write-ups, and I still have them all because I kept everything. Tom, this is cover one. This is how they play it. This is who's responsible for who. Okay, if we line up in a bunch formation, this is how they're going to handle the bunch formation. This is why they do that. This is the weakness of that, why they do that. You shouldn't do this if that's just how they cover this. Okay, this is cover two. This is how they cover. They play two variations of cover two. When they're in this variation, this is what they're trying to stop. When they're in this variation, this is what they're trying to stop. Okay, this is cover four. This is how this team uniquely plays cover four. We shouldn't line up in this formation to try to run this concept. For 1 year, for actually more years beyond that, that's how I developed and learned, oh shit, defense calls a certain play. This is how we can put them in this formation. And
I'm telling you, Cleveland ain't developing the quarterback like that. Kevin is a played defense. How did he become a quarterback guru? I have no idea. How he became an offensive coordinator, quarterback coach, whatever he was in the Vikings, I have no idea. But if you got a coach breaking it down as a defensive-minded coach, bringing it down to your quarterback, or how to dissect the coverage that he gonna see, what he need to see to determine this coverage, that coverage. Well, the weakness in the defense. Look, we ain't gonna run this formation when they run this coverage. If they run this coverage, we gotta run this formation. Cleveland ain't doing none of that. What? Come on now. You can tell which coach doing that for their quarterback. Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, Jalen Hurts probably. I'm telling you, Lamar Jackson. You can tell what quarterbacks getting that type of development. Cleveland ain't it. They ain't developed the quarterback nowhere near like that. But you see, a 7-time Super Bowl champion, the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. I don't care what y'all say. Tom Brady, the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. You don't get that type of development now, especially in a losing organization with a losing mentality. That means you don't want to win. If I ain't gonna develop my quarterback like that, I ain't New York Giants. I'm not giving an install package with errors in it to a quarterback that potentially I might draft. I'm not tricking my quarterback. If I want him to succeed, I'm going out there and telling him what he need to look for and what he need to do. This ain't no test. This ain't no multiple choice. Fill in the blank. You ain't marking ABCD on a Scantron. Tell him what he need to look for. Tell him you need to look like this, that. If they line up like this, we running this. You wonder why you picking top 3 every year.
they can back the coverage off and I'll have a short throw underneath. Oh, great. I love that. Let's do that. Nobody's getting that type of development. So I learned from an offensive standpoint watching Drew and having very good offensive coaches. Then I had a defensive coach, the best one of all time, teach me how to read defenses. You know, then I would go out and meet with player personnel people, you know, who are very talented. Okay, we'd go through the entire defensive lineup. Okay, these are all the things that this defense does. This is what this player does well. This player does well. This player does well. That's development. You're giving people knowledge and information that you could take to the field so that you could play with confidence and anticipation, and that would free you up to play a very aggressive style of football. So I'm saying, what if you're a quarterback and you go to a system and they don't teach you coverage? They don't teach you cover one. They don't teach you cover two. They don't teach you cover four. They don't have personnel meetings. They give you an offensive game plan and they go, all right, buddy, here you go. Figure it out. And after Thanksgiving of your second year, they're going, man, this guy just can't play anymore. He stinks. He can't read cover. It's like, dude.
Hey, this is exactly what I'm talking about with the Cleveland Browns. They keep trying to find a finished product instead of developing the quarterback. And this is the type of development I'm talking about, exactly what the GOAT's saying. Tom Brady saying it word for word. You giving Andrew Berry sat there and said, in the game, Shedeur knows English, but it's like he got to learn Mandarin. That means, to me, my head now, this is the way I think. If he can't understand it or learn it, what you supposed to do? Figure out a way for him to learn it. If you speaking English and somebody speaking Mandarin and they don't understand what you're saying, what do? You be pointing at stuff, making signs with your hands, talking slow. You gonna figure out a way to make them understand what you saying. Even though y'all speak two different languages, you can't understand what they saying and they don't understand what you saying. So what is so difficult in the NFL, or what is the verbiage that is so common which makes no sense to me? I thought about this the other day. What language in the NFL is so common that Shedeur don't know? Because if Shedeur don't know it and it's so common, why the defense don't know it? So that means if y'all got the same language between all these different offenses and there's some stuff Shedeur don't know that Dylan know, that means the defense know it too. Am I wrong? If the defense know the calls that's universal between college and NFL, how can you move the ball if the defense know what you about to do? Come on, Browns. Explain it to me, Browns.
What did you teach him anything? Did you groom him? Did you spend time after practice? Did you work on the physical parts of his game? Did you work on his throwing mechanics? Did you work on his drops? Did you work on the mental parts of the game? Did you understand how to help him study film better? So all these aspects, physical.
Look, bro, y'all be giving people too much power than what they have. Tom Brady is a minority owner in the Raiders. I don't care if he went in there and told them not to draft Shedeur. I don't care if he went in there and told them to draft Shedeur. Whose decision is it? The owners. Quit giving these Pat Shermer, Tom Brady, Andrew Beck, quit giving these people power they don't have. These are billionaire owners. They make the final decision. I don't care what nobody say, bro. I'm not giving power to a star quarterback that got 7 Super Bowl rings when I'm the billionaire owner. I own this team. My name is on this team, not Tom Brady. Quit giving the power that they ain't got that much power and ain't got that much control. Yes, he could have input, but who got the final say? The owners colluded. That's where you get collusion from. Come on now. Quit saying Tom Brady ain't draft Shedeur. It ain't Tom Brady's team. It's Al Davis' team. And the Davis family team. Brady ain't got nothing to do with it. I'm getting sick of that.
Part about football, the physical part is drops. Did you work on the mental parts of a game? Did you understand how to help him study film better? So all these aspects, physical part about football, the physical part is one aspect. I was 199th pick in the draft because so many people were focused on a physical skill. Tom Brady, too weak, couldn't stand in the pocket. If he gets hit, he's going to go down. Lacks a really strong arm. That was kind of bullshit. But what I really understood, the mental emotional part. I could bring a consistent, competitive, winning attitude to the game every day, or to practice and the games every single week. Mentally, I could absorb information. You could give me, just like Belichick did, pages of notes, and I could process those things and then take them to the field and play with anticipation. So what I lacked for, maybe in a bit of physical development, I far exceeded a lot of other people in mental, emotional development. And that's a hard thing to evaluate. But I'd also say there's not many people who even know what to do. You know, It's not like they're CEOs of businesses. A lot of times they're football coaches, with all due respect. They're not running large corporations.
Right.
You know, as Bill Parcells said, you know, they're PE coaches a lot of times that get elevated to, you know, coaching positions.
Weak arm, not mobile, but he a winner. He know how to win, and he consistent. What I'm saying is, man, Mark Davis, Al Davis, Mark Davis, all the Davises, whatever. Y'all get what I'm saying. Think about it now. Y'all answer this for me. If Tom Brady, Shedeur done came out and said it himself, Tom Brady is his mentor. And if Tom Brady still got the notes from when Bill Belichick, from his early years in the league, telling him how to read the defenses, what you think Tom Brady telling Shedeur? So you mean tell me Tom Brady ain't talking to Shedeur, ain't mentoring to Shedeur? If they done publicly been together, seen together, working out together? Come on now. Don't believe what the Cleveland, I don't believe nothing the media saying. Nothing. And I don't care what the organization's saying. Y'all been lying so much, I don't know what to believe. I don't, from the media to the front office. And you see who done got real quiet. I ain't heard a peep from Mary Kay. The only one still talking is Tony G. That's it. And Tony G all wrong. I ain't heard nothing from Mary Kay. Shedeur quit playing, Mary Kay quit writing articles. Cause guess what? You ain't making no money now. You can't talk about Shedeur. You ain't making no money. See, that's what I'm talking about. I told you y'all thought I was lying. I said Mary Kay getting paid to write the article. You ain't nowhere to be found no more. When all this whole summer you were talking about Shedeur. Shedeur this, Shedeur that. Kenny Pickett gonna be the starter. Your credibility is, you went to the Hall of Fame off lies. My savage.
Moneymane in the thing of a T and playing no games. Should I already know my name when I speak NCC flame. Got my YouTube popping, man. Like, subscribe, and everything in between. You already know Moneymane.